Hello, Leishman. I'm Brandon.
I'm Gwen.
And welcome back to Broken Hearted Cast, where we talk about life, the universe, and everything between. So, Gwen, look at me.
Yeah.
Hi.
Sorry. Hi.
What are we doing today?
Today we are going to be talking about our favorite Christmas media.
So,
Movies,
okay.
stories,
Yeah, because
plays,
there's a lot of different medias.
music,
Yeah.
everything pretty much.
Besides play. Yeah.
Well, yeah, plays is in there. I just put that under stories.
What a Christmas story we got play? Well, I guess it's also a movie. So.
I'm just
Anyways,
gonna ignore that.
So where are we gonna start off?
We're gonna start off with our favorite movies.
Okay, and you gave me the iPad.
Yeah,
so.
you can go ahead and start listing yours off.
Okay, so
Talk about them a little bit.
I'm just gonna read off the list and just give a brief summary about what the movie is.
Yeah, we'll also just say what it is about it you like.
Yeah. First off, It's a Wonderful Life. If you others have never heard about this movie, it's basically about a guy who wishes he was never been born. And so he goes and tries to kill himself, but right before he does, an angel appears and kind of shows him what life would have been like if he would never have been existed, or if he would have just straight up killed himself. And it teaches a great lesson about that you need to appreciate your life more and appreciate the people that surround you more, which is an amazing story, especially around this time of year, where a lot of people have seasonal depression and people that just have depression and suicidal thoughts. It's a great movie to watch and to try to show people like, hey, there's more to life than you think.
Yeah.
And the reason why I like it is because I do struggle with depression and anxiety. So every single year I watch it and like try to rekindle that fire of like, yeah, my life isn't really that bad as I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that also.
Well, it may not be. It's not as bad as you think it is. It may just be that like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like it's more like you realize you have a lot more. There's a lot more good than there is bad.
Yeah.
Or that there's, there's things to live for.
Yeah, that's what. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Because maybe your life is as bad as you think it is. It's just that you're not thinking about the positives
Right.
that are in it. You're just thinking about the negatives, and that movie helps kind of open your eyes back up to remember, like, yeah, I do have good things.
Right. And sorry, that's exactly what I meant to say.
Yeah.
But my brain was just like.
That's what you meant to say. I just thought, like, yeah, I should probably clarify that because I know somebody's gonna take that the wrong way.
Yeah, so secondly is the Santa Claus.
All of them.
All of the Santa Clauses.
You made me watch the first one, and I was like half awake for most of it. Like I was like nodding off. I didn't catch the beginning at all. I was like dead asleep, and I like woke up, and it was just playing, and I'm like, what the heck is this?
Have you never seen Santa Claus?
I have never seen the Santa Claus movies.
Dude. See, I remember actually going to the theater and watching the second and the third one.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I remember specifically. So I want to get to like what the movies are about, but I specifically remember getting off of kindergarten, my mom picking me up, and with like a Happy Meal with the Santa Claus 2 toy, and like them my parents telling me like, yeah, we're gonna go watch it.
Dude, that like was probably one of the best days of your life.
Yeah. Like,
Little kindergarten you was just like, heck yeah, this is awesome.
So but yeah, if any of you lovelies don't know what the movies are about, it's basically about this guy who works at a toy company. Yeah, I almost said toy factory. I'm like, no, that's But he's one of the higher ups in the toy factory, and one Christmas he is visited. He looks after his son, but then like they hear something on the roof, so they go check it out, and it turns out it's Santa, but Santa gets scared and falls off the roof and dies. So the guy from the toy factory takes up the role as the Santa Claus, which is with the E, not an S.
Yeah, because it's a clause factor.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically what the Santa Claus is. I highly recommend it because it's kind of it became one of the classic Christmas movies, even though so bizarre, but yeah, it's a good story to tell
Yeah,
to keep that Santa Claus feel alive.
yeah, I knew it existed, but like I didn't know, like I had never seen it and I didn't really know what it was about.
Yeah. Then also,
It just looked like one of those, like, you know how like there's a ton of Christmas movies out there, but like 90% of them are bad.
yeah,
It looked like one of the bad ones, like
But-
the cheap,
yeah,
like people who are very easily entertained.
yeah. But then you watch
Watch
it, but then you watch it, and it's just like, man, this
man.
is actually pretty good.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good. Yeah.
But yeah, that and also Tim Allen always reminds me of my dad.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So ever since I was little, that's just like always I imagined it. So, but so it brings back that childhood version of me while I watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Up next is Night Before Christmas, and if you don't know this movie,
See, a lot of these movies, I can
where have you
understand.
been?
I can understand if you didn't know Santa Claus, but like if you didn't know It's a Wonderful Life and like Nightmare Before Christmas, like where have you been?
Yeah. So Night Before Christmas is, if you lovelies don't know it, the movie, or if you're not really familiar about what it actually is because you heard so many different versions of it. Basically it's about what if the season, like the holidays, have their own specific town and they kindle, like they push those holidays out there.
Yeah,
And so-
like all year round, before like all the days of the year except for their holiday, they're working to prepare decorations and
Right.
just things in general for their holiday.
Yes. And it's about the king of Halloween town, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the king of Halloween Town.
Yeah, he's the pumpkin king of Halloween Town, who discovers Christmas Town, and so he tries to come up with a scheme to take over Christmas for the year.
Yeah, because he loves it so much. He's just like, this place is awesome. I want to get in on this. Because a lot of people love this holiday, and like I want to like see if I can do it because I
Yeah,
love
because
it.
he also realizes that his holiday, he loses that feeling that his holiday is really that special.
And he sees like he feels like Christmas is so much more special,
Right.
which in ways it kind of is. Not everybody celebrates Halloween.
Right.
Most
Besides
people,
us.
Yeah, most people celebrate Christmas
Yeah.
or a holiday in December around that time.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, the premise of the movie is, I guess the meaning of the movie is to appreciate what you have
yeah,
and like don't try to budge in on other people's lives. So up next is Home Alone, which I made you watch Home Alone. Before I tell the description, what did you think?
I loved it. I've heard of it and I've seen all like the memes that have come out of it and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a very meme
Yeah,
series.
a lot of reaction gifs have been made out of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You could pause that movie at any moment and just take that like 2 or 3 second clip and like make it a gif and it would work.
Yes. And
There's so much going on.
the whole premise of the movie, I'm gonna specify on 1 and 2 because I don't really care about the other Home Alones besides 1 and 2. I'm sorry if your favorite Home Alone movie is Home Alone 3 or any of the other ones, but anyways, so Home Alone 1 is about this really ritzy family that goes to Paris for Christmas, but they leave behind their youngest son,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Why did it make you laugh?
Because it's that perfect silence, and then you just say, Kevin. So as he's home alone, there's these regulars that try to break into his house, so he has to come up with this idea to basically torment their lives to try to get them not to break into his house.
Yeah, he's just like trying to do as much stuff as possible to make them like think that there's people still at home, or to stop them from breaking in, whether it be setting up booby traps or like I know there's one scene. This isn't really a spoiler because like the movie's been made into so many gifs. Like
Yeah.
you've probably seen this. He gets a bunch of mannequins and sets them up in the house.
And LeBron James.
And his brother's LeBron James like cardboard cutout he had in his room. He attaches like the LeBron James one to a toy train that's going in circles to make it look like somebody's walking around, and then he puts strings on the mannequins to make them look like they're dancing when he like pulls them. So the burglars like show up and they just look in and they see all these shadows of people like just going crazy inside the house, and they're like, what the heck is going on in there? It's just it was really cool for me to see that like when I saw it, because like it's so much fun seeing like kids who are usually like seen as annoying for like having too much imagination or whatever, like just kids usually that are like ADHD or something like that usually are seen as annoying or stuff like that, and you know everybody's calling this kid annoying, but then he uses his like creativity and his like I guess ADHD kind of thought process to like make these booby traps and these schemes to stop the burglars from breaking in, and
Right.
it was kind of fun seeing like, oh, like here's a kid with a lot of imagination who's using it to like do something good.
And so Home Alone 2, the family goes to Florida, but while they're at the airport, they give Kevin the wrong ticket, and so he boards a flight to New York while they go
Why
to
did
Florida.
they have a ticket to New York?
I don't think they have a ticket to New York. It's just like what
They
happens.
didn't check
Yeah.
the ticket at the gate.
Oh, something like that. I
Yeah.
forget. That or he just went to the wrong place. Because
normally,
you know
like,
that's what happens
yeah,
with kids.
normally the flight attendant that's like letting people board, they normally check your ticket to like see if it's for the right flight and see what your seat is.
There's a reason why he gets on the
Yeah.
flight, but we're just gonna have to watch it.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch it probably tomorrow night.
Probably, yeah.
So he goes to New York, and the burglars, I guess is kind of a spoiler alert.
We're gonna be giving a lot of spoilers for
They
this.
break out of
but-
jail, and they wind up in New York, and they find this kid at New York, and so they try to take revenge on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both Donald Trump and Tim Curry is in that movie, and it just makes it a little bit better. Because it's just so funny. Hold on. It's so funny because out of nowhere, this kid is staying at this hotel, and Tim Curry is the manager. If you don't know who Tim Curry is, he's Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror, and he's the butler from Clue. And also he's Pennywise from the original It series. But yeah, he's just the manager of this hotel, and then out of nowhere, this kid is trying to get like directions to somewhere. Then Trump comes out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, man, it's over there. Then he walks away.
Yep.
It's just like, where did you come from? Oh yeah, up next is A Christmas Carol, and Gwen's gonna take it away.
Yeah, because this is my like favorite Yeah, it's probably my favorite Christmas movie of all time, especially the version with Patrick Stewart. That's the one I watch every single year.
Is that the Muppets, or is that...
No. Oh my gosh, no.
I try to make one joke.
I am like enraged right now. But yeah,
No, it's not the one.
So yeah, because it is like my favorite, I did want to like take over just for this one before Brandon finishes up.
I mean, I only got one movie.
Yeah. So A Christmas Carol is about if you haven't heard about the Christmas Carol, like
There's so many different versions of it.
yeah. But if you haven't heard of it, like I don't know where you've been in your life, but geez. But yeah, Christmas Carol is about this guy who runs a tax. It's like a
Yeah, it's like a tax collector place.
yeah, something like that. And he is very stingy with his money. He has a lot of money, like a lot of money, but he is, even with himself, he's extremely stingy with it. And he's extremely cruel to his one employee, the only one he has. And all these people visit him at his work and are asking for donations because it's around Christmas. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, go get your money yourself. Like, work for it. And they are like, okay, geez, you didn't have to be so cruel. Merry Christmas, though. And that night, when he goes to bed, his deceased best friend and co-founder of his business visits him and tells him, like, hey, you're being a pretty horrible person, so I'm gonna send, like, was it 3 ghosts?
Yes.
He's gonna send 3 more spirits to go teach him a lesson, basically. And they basically show him, like, his past and tell him, like, what, like, ask him, like, what went wrong? Like, what made you so angry? Like, you were pretty happy when you were younger.
Yeah.
And, like,
It's a lot of times it's Scrooge, the main character, is seen as a older gentleman, but there's a lot of movies like the movie Scrooge with Bill Murray. He's portrayed as like a middle-aged, like late 20s, early 30s
oh.
area type guy. But specifically, it's an older guy.
Yeah, it's
like,
usually an older gentleman.
like 50s, 60s.
So they're basically trying to get, the spirits are trying to get him to believe in the spirit of Christmas and giving and all that stuff.
Right.
They show him, like, hey, if you don't give to these charities, like, look how bad off they are.
Right.
Like, look how much good you could do if you were to just give them a little bit of your money. And, you know, so then they finally show him, like, hey, if you keep acting like this and you die, like, nobody's gonna remember you. Nobody's gonna visit your grave. Nobody's gonna come to the funeral. You're gonna die alone, and you're gonna be in the ground alone, and you're not gonna go to a good place. And so he changes his tone and becomes a better person.
Yeah. Which I will show you the one with Bill Murray before Christmas, just so you can like experience that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll let you take away. Or why do you like A Christmas Carol?
Christmas Carol teaches a good lesson, like what you just said. Like, it's kind of also like with the same with, I guess, It's a Wonderful Life, like where it teaches you that lesson of like appreciate what you have with the time that you have. Like, don't be cruel and mean, be actually caring and generous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've actually never ever heard of or seen the last movie on your list.
Well, I have 2 more movies. I'm going to add one.
Oh, okay. Well, the second to last one.
The second to last one is The Little Drummer Boy. It's also a Christmas song. It's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
Same. I didn't put it on my list, but I just now remembered.
If you haven't heard the story of The Little Drummer Boy, it's about this kid. I think he lives right outside of Bethlehem. It's a religious story about this little drummer boy who gets a message from the angels and, I guess, specifically God, telling him, like, hey, baby Jesus is just born, why don't you go and visit him? So it tells a story about this little drummer boy on his journey to go see Jesus.
Yeah.
And, like, how much Jesus appreciated him being there and, like, how much celebration he brought. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It just, like, it fills my soul with joy.
Yeah.
And that's why I watch it. So I try to either listen to the song or watch the show every single year.
Yeah, because it looks like it's one of those TV specials.
Yes.
Like, it's not like a movie. It's one of those, because I put quite a few claymation TV specials on my list.
So now the last 2, which I didn't add on here, is Ghostbusters 2. Say what you want. Ghostbusters 2.
No, I'm not gonna say anything. Go ahead.
Is definitely a holiday movie. Because, hey, people say Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So,
People can say what they want.
I'm not gonna add no comment to that.
People can, like...
Because there's gonna be people in the comments be like, Die Hard's definitely a Christmas movie.
No, yeah, like, if that's a Christmas movie to you, if that's a movie you watch during Christmas and you think is a Christmas movie, let it be a Christmas movie.
Yeah, so that's why I chose Ghostbusters 2. Because it takes place during Christmas to New Year's. Where, if you haven't seen the first Ghostbusters movie, it's basically about them all being separated and this evil entity comes out of nowhere out of this painting and tries to take over New York, and they all band back together and try to stop him.
Yeah.
Yeah, before he comes back.
Which I am very excited to play Ghostbusters again on the channel.
Yes, I am excited about that too. Then also the last Christmas movie I have, sorry Gwen, is Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put that one on my list.
Yeah.
I knew I was forgetting a couple.
If you haven't heard of Charlie Brown Christmas, It's about the Peanuts gang just celebrating Christmas, like them picking out a tree and Snooki and Woodstock being the little goofballs that they are, and why they also try to put together a Christmas party for Charlie Brown and to just appreciate him. It's basically teaches the lesson of like, hey, again, with a lot of the movies that we have on here, like appreciate your friends and family.
Yeah.
And like even though you feel like that you're alone, there's always somebody out there.
Yeah. So yeah, my favorite.
Sorry, switching over to.
Yeah, switching over to my list now. I'm gonna spend a little bit less time because like I already said, Christmas Carol is my top movie. Kind of for the same reasons as Brandon. Like to me, it's just a tradition. Also, like I watch it every single year.
Yeah.
I usually watch both versions. The black and white. I don't know how many black and white versions there are actually, but there's this one black and white version my family really likes. And we always watch that one either on Christmas Eve or on Christmas. And then we either watch the Patrick Stewart version on Christmas or Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So, usually
this year we're gonna also add Scrooge to the list.
Oh no, not on Christmas or Christmas Eve
No.
though. But yeah, yeah, actually, like, almost, I just kind of want to talk about this for a second. Every single year, just about, I haven't the past couple years because everyone's been so busy, and I usually ended up just watching them by myself. But every year, I would basically find 25 Christmas movies and make a marathon. Like, every single night of the month, we would sit down and we would watch one of those Christmas movies.
Which we've
kind of done that. We would watch a couple a night. But yeah, like, I would usually take all my favorites and whatever extra ones we had and sit down and make a marathon. There'd usually end up being like 12, there'd usually be like half of the month's worth.
Can I add another Christmas movie? Sorry,
Yeah.
I just forgot. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yep, you did forget that.
That
is your favorite Christmas movie.
That is my all-time favorite Christmas movie. Besides every single else. If you haven't heard of it, it reminds me of my family.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yep. It's about this guy who puts on this big family Christmas thing at his house with all his family, and just hijinks ensue.
Yep, they sure do.
And that's all I'm gonna give for that movie. Go and watch it if you haven't watched it. Of course, Gwen's, while she's editing this, will probably pop up every single movie title,
Yeah, I'll probably put up
poster, and everything
the
else like that.
posters whenever we talk about
And like
them.
little gifs from it.
Yeah. But yeah, the next one for me is also It's a Wonderful Life. I actually hadn't seen it until quite like 2016 or 2017 Christmas is when I saw it.
Yeah.
I think it's 2016 Christmas is when I first saw it. But yeah, that's become one of my favorites now. I had seen bits and pieces of it throughout my entire life, and I probably saw it when I was really little, but just didn't remember. But that's one of my family's favorite. I think it's one of my dad's favorites.
That's my family's favorite.
Yeah.
Besides White Christmas.
Yeah. But yeah, I also like it because it does it's really easy to get in that mindset of it would just be better for everyone if I were to disappear or if I were to have just never existed at all.
Right.
And, it helps you realize, things may not be better if I wasn't here. Things may not be better if I never existed. Things could be worse or just as bad. So I just need to value what I have and just try to make the best of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next one on my list is The Polar Express. I love this movie so much. I can't even describe it. I don't know why I love it. There's no like specific reason. This music is so catchy.
I had the book, the bell, and the movie when I was a kid.
Jealous. Actually, we may have gotten a DVD pack that had the bell in it.
Yeah.
I can't remember though.
Do you want to say what it's about?
It's about this kid who does not believe in Santa Claus. He doesn't believe in Christmas. He's just being a Scrooge about it,
Yeah.
As
As a lot of kids during that age does.
Yeah, and his little sister is still very into it, and he is still, even though he acts like he doesn't have any faith in it, like there's no possible way I can ever believe in this. he's still at the beginning of the movie, he thinks he sees Santa Claus's shadow and the bells ringing, and he's thinking, oh my gosh, he is real. But then he sees it's just his sister on his dad's shoulders wearing a Santa hat with some bells.
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, oh yeah, I was right, he's not real. But throughout the movie, he gets little, like, you can see that he's still open to believing, but he's trying to act like he's not.
And then the Polar Express shows up.
Well, yeah, the Polar Express shows up, and he's just like, what the heck is going on? And he gets on the train, and...
It's this magical train that takes kids in the North Pole.
Yeah, kids who just don't believe.
Yeah. Take it as you want. It's like Peter Pan.
Yeah. Basically, it's for kids who don't believe in Santa Claus.
Yes.
Even if they act like they believe. Because there's a few characters in there who I'm just like... What do you mean they don't believe? Because they're acting like they believe pretty thoroughly. So,
well,
I'm not sure.
Kids can act pretty good.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure about that. But yeah, basically it's taking them to go see Santa Claus to basically show them he is real.
Yeah.
And,
take it as a metaphor as, like, kids dying and going to heaven and coming back.
Nope.
Do whatever you want.
Nope, that's definitely not a metaphor.
You know what is a metaphor?
Nope.
The Fault in Our Stars.
Okay, you can stop now. But yeah, so basically throughout this train ride and throughout their journey to the North Pole, a lot of them are starting to become more into the holiday. Like they're starting to believe more and stuff like that. And by the time they get to the North Pole and see Santa Claus, when the bells on the reindeer are jingling, if you can hear them, it means you believe. But if you can't hear them, it means you still don't believe. So there's some stuff that goes on with that, and the bells are very symbolic for belief and all that in the movie. But yeah, I really like it. It just helps me get into the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
The next one on my list is The Grinch That Stole Christmas. That's just, I've watched that my entire life on Christmas. Every single year.
I had that movie ruined for me.
How?
Because back in 6th grade, whenever there was just a lull day or whatever, that's the only movie that they would show. So, like, ever since then, I cannot watch it.
I'm sorry.
So, like, probably this year I'm gonna watch the new version and see, like...
No, we're not watching the new version.
I'm gonna watch it by myself then.
Watch it by yourself. I'm gonna watch the original.
Okay. The Jim Carrey version.
Yeah. Nope. Wait, is that the cartoon one?
No.
No, I'm talking about the original.
Oh, yeah, no, I like the original. Like
yeah,
the
original cartoon one, not the Jim... No.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Jim Carrey version that's ruined for me.
Yeah, no, I can watch that one, but I prefer to watch the original, the OG. But yeah, then after that is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I actually had to look up this movie because I couldn't remember what it was called. It's not a movie, it's a Christmas special. I don't even remember what it's about. I just remember, like, I need to, like, that's one of the ones that's on my list. I just have to watch every year.
Yeah.
It has to do with Santa Claus, and I think they have to go find him or something like that.
That Mousy has to come to town.
Yes.
That's what it was. I remember what it was. This town doesn't believe in Christmas.
Oh, and so they're trying to get it to believe?
Yep.
Isn't there, like, one kid in the town that believes still?
Yes.
And he's, like, going out to... He, like, ventures out to the North Pole to go...
I think so.
Get Santa to help get them all to believe.
Oh, it's about the creation of Santa Claus.
Yeah. But, the next one is the claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I love that one so much.
Same.
I can't think of that movie
But Rudolph
anymore.
has nothing going for him.
Exactly. Like, ever since that video of, what's his name?
Dustin?
Yeah.
The guy that plays Dustin.
The guy that plays Dustin from Stranger Things. I'm blanking on his name right now.
He also played the little kid on Les Mis.
Yeah.
But the Broadway version of the movie.
Yeah. But yeah, ever since his little rant about Rudolph being, like, a degenerate.
Which... Hold on.
I'll put the clip in.
Yes.
Right
please.
here. So yeah, like ever since that, I can't think of this movie without like cracking up. I can't say its name without cracking up because like all I can hear and see in my head is him going on his little rant about it. It just cracks me up.
But he does have a point. Rudolph does really have nothing going for him besides the red nose.
Even though that's true, I still love that movie so much.
Then also, like, if he's so famous, like, why does nobody remember him?
Yeah. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. I like it because it is about, like...
people with... I always look at it as people with disabilities.
Yeah,
and being
yeah,
something.
any kind of disability. Like, people being left out and made fun of for being different, and their difference ending up being a good thing, even though everyone tells them, like, your difference is bad.
Yeah. Welcome
so
to
yeah,
my life.
Same. But yeah, then the last one, there's more I know, but I can't think of them right this second, is, yeah, the Charlie Brown Christmas special. That one...
Which,
I love that so much.
Right now, down in Dayton at the Sinclair, they're gonna put on a performance of Charlie Brown Christmas.
Ooh. I wouldn't mind going and seeing that.
Yeah. So
yeah,
if you're around the Dayton area around this Christmas, I think they're showing it till like January 1st, I think.
Yeah.
I think so. Could be wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all the Christmas I can think of right now. I know there's more.
Yeah. We'll put the link down in the description if you wanna check it out.
Check out seeing that play. But yeah.
And so on with the ad break then?
Yeah, if you want to go on with the ad break.
Sure. Alright.
Talk to you guys in a few minutes.
But I gotta talk to you right now. Happy holidays to all you lovelies out there. If you want to donate to any great cause, we'll leave some of our favorite charities down in the comments below. And also, if you want to donate, or if you want to donate to us, like we always have our PayPal down in the comments below. If you feel like that you need to donate to something to make you feel better this holiday season, there's gonna be the links down below, so you can just check them out. If you know a good charity that you want to donate to, it'll be your church, your local hospital system, anything, just please donate this holiday season. It helps out a lot more people than you realize. And we're not doing like a promotional thing or nothing, like we're just actually mean it, like please get out there and donate or do something in your community this holiday season, whether it be with family or actually in your community. And before I go on, there are some people that are lovelies that I like to shout out. First off is Lord Solar, who said happy holidays, and happy holidays to you too. There's a couple more. Pokenache, who's been extremely helpful with the Pokemon series that's been going on here lately. They named a couple of the Pokemon, and you and lovelies can do that too. Just check out the Pokemon Sword playthrough, and no matter what Pokemon that you want to name, just leave it down in the comments below, or even just leave it down in the comments below in this episode, just so you can like just specify which ones you want to name, and maybe you will get chosen, maybe you get shouted out. And also, lastly, is Alice Brown, who was shouted out in the last episode, I believe, or a couple episodes ago, who said, "I've never set up a fake tree before, but at least you don't have to pick up the ferns and water it every day." And that was left down on the To the Power of Christmas Tree Decorating episode, which I have never, ever owned a real tree. And for all the lovelies that do actually have a live tree, you guys, I don't know how I can put it. But you guys are something special. Yeah, Gwen's right here, right beside me. But she's being quiet because it's my time to shine finally. And so that also thank you to both of our families, and specifically mine, for actually everything that we get to do here at the studio, and like thanking them for all the equipment, actually renting out this building for us to bring positivity and life back into our community and our society, and helping people believe in themselves again, and pushing people to do whatever they want to do no matter what, even if society pushes them down. Like, we'd like to build it back up. So, thank you again to my family and to Gwen's family and to everyone that has worked on the channel. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, I don't have any questions from me this episode, so yeah, let's get right back into it. Give it away, both Gwen and I. Happy holidays, and to all, good night, depending on whenever you're listening to this.
Okay, so now we're gonna be talking about, you good, fam?
Yeah, I'm good, fam.
Okay, it was like you're about to choke right there. Like,
I lost my breath whenever I was doing that ad break. I'm sorry.
yeah, your face got all red, and I was just kind of like.
You turned out the fan. I was just like, I'm dying right now. Possibly.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the fan back on. Let's put it on low.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't want you dying. Yeah, circular's on. Okay, yeah, I don't want you dying, so.
Yeah, I need something to drink after this. Jeez.
Yeah. So now we're gonna be discussing
Go get some hot chocolate.
I would think a cold drink would be good first.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Yeah, no.
That's
okay.
a Polar Express reference.
Yep. So, what are some of you put down 2 stories?
Yeah, I put down a Christmas Carol, which we already talked about the Christmas Carol.
Yeah. Well, you missed out on it last year because you were busy getting ready to throw the Christmas party here. But the night before the Christmas party here, I went to go see my friend. It was her senior year of high school, and her school was putting on a Christmas Carol.
Oh.
And it was actually really good. And I feel bad because the one play you did get to see from them, I think it was the only one you got to see from them.
It was Newsies.
It was Newsies, and you hate Newsies. And I was just like, oh man, this sucks. Like, dang it.
Not to bash Newsies, but...
You just don't like... It's not your thing.
No, it's not my thing. It's just like, it's the same song.
It does get feeling kind of repetitive.
Which we're going to specify that next month when we talk about musicals.
Yeah, because we can put down some of the local... Not just the big musicals we saw, but some of the little ones we saw too. But yeah, so we already kind of discussed that and discussed why we like it.
If I want to touch myself.
So then we both put down the same ones on our list pretty much, except I put down a couple other ones.
Yeah, which I realized I should have put one down for me too.
Oh, what?
Well, it's the last one.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
wait, was it the one I was telling you about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so the second one I have, I'm gonna let Gwen describe the third one for me. But yeah, the second one I have was Jesus' Birth. I feel like that a lot of people are realizing, like, they're kind of forgetting what the meaning of Christmas really is, in my opinion. Where there's like, specifically like, oh yeah, no, it's time to give out gifts and just be with family and not like...
Not just that, a lot of people nowadays just worry about what they get.
Yeah.
They worry about just the gifts. They don't worry about the being with family.
The meaning of it.
Yeah, and that kind of breaks my heart.
Yeah.
But yeah, like for people who are kind of in that religion, you know, Christmas is
the meaning of Jesus' birth, and
the greatest gift to everyone, which was his birth. A lot of people don't actually know the real story because nativity scenes don't really portray it correctly. I didn't know until I was probably like 7 or 8 years old that I was probably a bit older than that. I was probably between 8 and 10 is when I found out that the wise men were not there. They didn't show up until Jesus was like a year old. They were a year late for the party. So it was just the shepherds. Those are the only people that were there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people they focus more on that gift giving, and I think they like to put the wise men in the nativity scene and in the story like right then and there because it has to deal with gift giving, and people do like to focus on that gift giving and getting and all that.
Right.
So
that's what a lot of people just specify nowadays.
Yeah.
Sadly.
So I try to, whenever I try to make or buy a nativity scene or something with it on it, I try to get the one that doesn't have the wise men on it, but that's like really hard to find. So
buy the ones that you have to create your own.
Yeah, I like those. But yeah, like it does bring in that, you know, the story is like humbling. Even if you're not in that religion, it's still a good story, you know.
To either watch or listen to.
To watch or listen to, yeah. Because, yeah, it kind of humbles yourself of, like, yeah, no, a lot of the gifts I get and give don't really matter. Like, what matters is, like, people.
Right, and that's what we are trying to really push in this episode is, like, appreciate what you have and appreciate the family and appreciate the people that you have.
Yeah.
Instead of worrying about what you get.
And treat everyone with kindness and love and
Yeah.
equality. But yeah, and then I'll just go onto my list because some of yours are on my list.
Right.
So yeah, mine was also Christmas Carol and Jesus' Birth. Then the one story I love to hear on this time of year
I guess
is...
also the Grinch can fall into that too. Is one of your favorite stories?
Yeah, I guess it can.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, but yeah. The Grinch That Stole Christmas is kind of a Christmas Carol for children.
Yes.
It's about somebody who's very cold-hearted, learning about the meaning of Christmas and...
Also, I just remembered one of my favorite stories. Sorry to cut you off like that.
No, you're fine. Go on.
"'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Yeah, I like that one too. I like to tune into the 11 o'clock news on Christmas Eve because right before midnight,
Yeah.
like they time it perfectly. I think they rehearse reading the story like over and over and over again to time it just right. And right before midnight, right before they sign off, they read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Then also,
And I love how news stations do that.
there's another story which I like to listen to. Like one of the local radio stations do it, but they tell the story about this veteran who celebrates his Christmas with his family and everything, and tells the story about like either he's far away in a distant land, like, and all he wants to do is just celebrate Christmas with his family.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called.
One true story
I guess
really
it's like "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," but
veteran style.
veteran style,
I guess.
military style, I should
Yeah.
say.
But yeah, one true story I always just love remembering is the I don't remember which, I think it was the Second World War that happened, where all of them...
No, it's during the First World War.
Well, yeah, it was the first one because it was during Christmas. Everybody like basically put up a white flag and just stopped fighting.
Went
for
into
one day.
the dead zone, and it was
Started
either
playing soccer. Well,
yeah,
what we call soccer, what most countries would call football.
which I watched that version of football more than actual football.
Same.
But if you don't know the story, I'm gonna brief summarize it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the non-ally side who started singing Christmas songs, and either the allies realized like, hey, they're trying to like celebrate Christmas, and so they started singing along, and everyone just got up from their trenches and put up a white flag for just specifically that day, because everybody realized like, hey, we can't be with our families, so why not just celebrate us?
And it was very problematic for the higher ups because on that day they all ate together, they all sang together, they played games together, they showed each other pictures of their loved ones. And then the next day when they had to fight again, none of them wanted to because they became friends.
Yeah.
Because they saw the enemy wasn't dehumanized anymore.
Yeah.
The enemy was just like them. They weren't really enemies anymore. Like, why would I want to kill that person? They have a wife and kids. Just like I do. Would I want them to kill me and my wife and kid to be left alone? No.
Yeah.
So it became a problem for the generals and stuff and commanders because they're like, hey, my higher ups are going to get on my butt and like either demote, discharge, or kill me if you guys don't start fighting.
Yeah.
So, like, you guys need to fight. And they didn't want to, and it's just kind of like nice to see that like the power of the holiday can bring people even in war together and show them that, you know, everyone's the same.
Right.
And yeah, I really like that story.
And up next on your list?
Yeah, the next one on my list, I love to either read or listen to every year is The Gift of the Magi. And I'll just kind of give a brief summary about that. Basically, there's this, I think it's a married couple. They may just be engaged, but they don't have hardly any money. The wife only has $1.87. And it's Christmas Eve, and she hasn't gotten anything for her husband yet. And she feels terrible. And she wants to get him something amazing and special. And he only has two things that he's really, like, proud of, like, having and, like, showing off and stuff. And one of them is a beautiful golden ornate pocket watch that's been passed down for generations in his family. And the second thing is his wife's floor-length beautiful hair. Basically, to get her husband something special, she goes and gets all her hair cut off and sells it to get him this gorgeous gold chain for his watch. But when they see each other on Christmas, he starts freaking out because all her hair has been chopped off. And she's like, don't worry about it, just open your package. And when he sees that it's a chain for his pocket watch, he starts breaking down even more. And, she, you know, he's just kind of like, how did you get this? And she was like, oh, I sold all my hair. And she opens her thing, and it's like, I think it's ivory combs, like hair combs.
Yeah.
And she finds out that to get those ivory hair combs for her, he sold his pocket watch. So they both gave up something that meant everything to them so that they could get something to give to the person they loved. And I just love that story so much. But yeah, it's not that long of a story. I found I think it was a Google Docs thing of it on, or it was some kind of PDF of it, just looking it up on Google. I can put that down in the description. It's only like 6 pages long. It's a short story.
Yeah.
But it's a really good read. It just also it helps get into that mood of like the season of giving and doing the most for the people you care about instead of worrying about what you'll get.
Yeah.
And then the last one on my list, which is also one of the ones on Brandon's list, is, but I call it The Legend of St. Nicholas. I don't know where I first heard this story, but basically it's about this, I think it was a saint, this guy who
was a toy maker. He was a toy maker.
I didn't know that. Basically, he had a lot of money, and he's walking by this house, and he hears.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking about another.
Yeah, you're thinking
version.
about another thing.
There's
yeah.
another version of it.
Yeah, well,
I'll tell my version after you.
Yeah, he hears this couple, this young engaged couple, crying, and you know, like just very upset because they don't have enough money to get engaged and get married. They don't have a dowry. Their family's very poor. And because it was winter back then, you know, people didn't have drying machines and things like that, so they would hang their socks above the fireplace overnight to let them get dry. And so that night he goes to the partially opened window right next to the fireplace, and he takes a bunch of his, I guess, gold coins and puts them in their socks, or, you know, their stocking. And there's a couple daughters in this family who are like seen to get, you know, wanting to get engaged to their lovers and wanting to get married. And so every few like weeks he walks by and hears them, you know, wanting to have this happen. And so he puts some more money in their stockings. And that kind of became why we hang stockings above our fireplaces on Christmas and put, you know, treats for our family members and friends in them.
Which I realized the version I heard was actually the whole thing for Santa Claus is coming to town, because it's literally just the same story. It's about this toy maker who likes to give out toys to the local kids in the local orphanage, but always gets like kind of just shunned away by the police and by the higher ups of the town. And so he keeps doing it, and he gets older and older, and he keeps doing it, and there becomes a legend of him because his name is Nick, and that's where the story of St. Nicholas comes from. That's the version I've heard.
Yeah.
And that's also the version of Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah.
That's the actual like story, I think.
Yeah.
Which like that's referencing back to the whole movies.
But yeah, that's kind of the end of our favorite Christmas stories.
Yeah, now on to our favorite music, which
oh my goodness, I love Christmas music.
I don't know why I sounded like Kermit the Frog there. Anyways, have you ever watched Muppets Christmas Carol?
No.
I had.
I think I have actually.
I did when I was younger.
Same.
I didn't even watch it again.
Same.
Sorry, it's just a random thought. But anyways, let's just get right to it. So now on to my favorite music that I like to listen to, which some of them actually do come with a bit of backstory with my life and my family. First off is Mary Did You Know? If you haven't heard the song, it's kind of like it's people like telling me like, hey, did you know that your son's really special, that he can walk on water and do all these amazing things?
Yeah.
But he's just a little baby right now. But did you know that he is gonna save
He's
the
gonna
song.
be the most important thing in everyone's lives.
Yeah.
Forever.
And which I love is to listen to that song every single year is because it reminds us not only of Christmas, but it also reminds us of if we are religious in that way.
Yeah.
It reminds us of the stories, it reminds us of Easter, and it reminds us of everything, basically.
Yeah.
And
It reminds us of the importance of the holiday.
right. And moving on from that is Last Christmas by Wham. If you don't know who Wham is, they did songs just like Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. And
Which I didn't know that was the same group.
yeah. They also did Careless Whisper.
And I did not know they also did that one.
Yep. And then George Michael, one of the members of the group, went off and did his own thing. Like, if you ever heard the song Father Figure, Faith, and a whole bunch of other good songs, it's that guy. I'll have Gwen pull up a picture of him.
Yeah.
And from the album, like some of the really famous albums, like the Christmas one and the self-titled one. But so every single year I listen to the song because I think one year that actually happened to me. Like I gave someone my heart, but the very next like day, like they was like, nah, I'm good.
Really? You think that like somebody you were like romantically involved with was just like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that is like just kind of switching off topic. This is probably gonna be a podcast we're gonna do around Valentine's Day or around this time of year. I don't know when I'm gonna have us do it. But I wanna talk about like just like
Dating advice?
yeah, and kind of like how holiday relationship we can do that either like sometime next month or in February. How holiday relationships are not good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Holiday / birthday. Like, don't stay with somebody just because like,
It's
oh,
the
I don't want to
holiday.
be alone on Thanksgiving or Christmas, or oh, I don't want to be alone on Valentine's Day, so I'm gonna date the like, even though I want to break up January 30th, oh, I'm gonna like still date them until like for the next couple weeks just so that I'm not alone.
Then also, if you moving on from that, if you don't know the story of the song, it's about this person that gave someone their heart, but then the very next day, like they just was like, nah, I'm good, and it tells like an important message, like what Gwen just said,
Yeah.
like don't just be with somebody just because it's the holidays.
Yeah.
And it's a very good one to listen to. Like it reminds everybody, like, yeah, maybe I should be with this person because I love them, not because of like what's going on.
Yeah, and maybe like if the relationship's not gonna work and I'm thinking of breaking up, maybe I should just break up now and not put it off just because
Right.
I don't want either of us to be alone.
And the next one for me is White Christmas, because the story of White Christmas is just wishing for that really special like feeling of it snowing on Christmas.
Yeah.
And the movie is different than the song because from what I remember, the White Christmas is also a movie, and the movie is about this couple who wants to celebrate Christmas, and so they put on this big production, like a holiday special thing at their local theater, just celebrating Christmas, and that's how they close off the whole Christmas thing is the singing White Christmas. It's also having to do with military and war. I haven't seen it in years, so I might be getting the whole story wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to try to watch it again this year again. Also, it's really special with my family because it's it's my mom's favorite Christmas movie, and she actually went down all the way to Kentucky just to actually
Yeah, I think it's
see. Yeah, it was the Louisville Museum, which is I feel like going on right now, where they actually have the actual movie props and costumes from White Christmas.
Yeah. I don't know if it was just for that weekend or not, but
Yeah. If not, then if it's still going on,
yeah, you guys might, if you're interested in that, like, we could see if it's still going on and put it in the description.
right. So my family always tried to watch that every single year and also listen to the song every single year. Up next is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I just like it because it's a nice Christmas song to listen to. It's sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm not really going to touch on that a whole lot. But I'm going to move on to Baby It's Cold Outside.
Which is also one of my favorites.
Yeah, Baby It's Cold Outside is about this couple who is on a date at either his house.
It's his house.
It's his house, and he's like trying to give in to like, no, just stay for the night. It's really bad outside.
Yeah, and like I don't see it as like she actually wants to leave. I think they're both trying to find an excuse for her to stay the night.
You're right.
And spend more time together.
But
Not to do anything nasty, just to like spend more time together.
Yeah, that and also like what's sad because like around this time period, like a lot of people have taken it the bad way.
Yeah, nowadays people take it the bad way, and they've actually like petitioned to have the song like not be played anymore.
Right. Which is terrible because it's my dad's favorite Christmas song.
Yeah.
And so I also try to listen to it just like in celebration of him, and also just because I'm so used to listen to it every single year.
Yeah, and the thing is, people mistaken it is the line like "What's in this drink?"
Yeah.
That's more like I always saw it as like, oh, he put a little bit more alcohol in that drink than he was supposed to.
Right.
People are nowadays taking it as, oh, he roofied her. And that's they don't
like,
think about when
no.
the song was written, like the time period and all that. They don't really think about that. They just want to like
Find an excuse to
complain.
quote unquote cancel it.
Yeah.
Whatever that
Or
means.
complain.
Yeah.
They need a reason to complain to make the holiday more
Stressful.
stressful and angry.
And
Which is sad.
yeah, it is.
Just let the holiday be happy. You don't need to make a controversy out of everything, people.
And lastly for me is I'll Be Home for Christmas, which I've always loved the song. I feel like the first time I listened to it was one of the Rascal Flatts did a cover of it. And yeah, surprisingly enough, Rascal Flatts got me into...
Recognize the name.
They're a country band from Columbus.
Oh, okay. Columbus?
Yeah.
I'm just like, a country band from the city.
Yeah, from Columbus, Ohio, where you live.
Yep.
Yep.
That's surprising.
And the whole story of the song is this person, whether they be far away from home or just like a couple blocks away, them emotionally, like mentally telling their families like, yeah, no, I'll make sure to be home by Christmas.
Yeah. I like that song too. That's one of my favorites. I don't think I put it on my list, but I love like all Christmas music.
Yeah.
I love even the controversial like Christmas music. What's the one? Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All? I know that song is like very like
Also the Christmas
bad.
Also the Christmas song from no, it's So This Is Christmas by John Lennon. It's I think the one that you're thinking about.
Nope. No, that is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But that one's not controversial. The one that's controversial is Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All? And basically it's talking about all of these poor Africans and Central and South Americans. Oh, do they even know it's Christmas? The poor things. It's very, it's a bad song.
I have never heard that song before.
I'll play it for you.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, it's not a great song, but I never heard it as that. That's a lot of things. A lot of the times, like these songs that are quote unquote bad, I just never heard them in that context.
Right.
If that's the context they were written in, then my bad. But I always heard it in the context of, look at all these people who are so busy. Like you go around Christmas time, you go to especially the city, and hear all these people who are just like negative and busy, and it's just kind of like, do they even remember what time of year it is?
Right.
So, but yeah, like, I never heard it as that, but that is one of my favorites. I always heard it as the, like, look at all these people who just, like, have busied themselves and stressed themselves out, and they just don't even realize, like, what time of year it is anymore.
Then also I want to add two more things. Happy Xmas.
Oh, yeah, that one.
If you don't know the song, just watch any Doctor Who Christmas special.
Isn't it played in the intro?
No, it's just played randomly throughout the whole entire episode.
Yeah.
It's just like at random points they would just throw it in there. Literally every single Doctor Who Christmas special from 2005 to now. They just randomly play
You're
it.
right. Yep. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
And also anything by Ida Menzel.
Oh yeah, you love all her Christmas music.
Yeah. If you don't know who she is, she's the voice actress for Elsa from Frozen.
She has how many Christmas albums?
She has 2.
I couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Which I love because she also throws in some like non-Christmas music, but makes it Christmassy.
Yeah, and I like that too.
Wish Upon a Star and Seasons of Love.
Yeah. Seasons of Love makes sense.
Yeah, Seasons of Love is...
Because it's the season of love and giving.
Seasons of Love is a song from the musical event, which a lot of people consider that as also a Christmas movie.
I can see why.
Yeah, because it takes place around this time.
Yeah, I can see why.
Which we'll cover that in the musical episode next month.
Yeah. So yeah, my list is Oh Holy Night. I'm just gonna read off my list, but yeah, like it's Oh Holy Night. A lot of the same ones Brandon said, like Baby It's Cold Outside, Mary Did You Know, So This Is Christmas, Feliz Navidad. There's more. I like all Christmas music. Little Drummer Boy.
And you even put anything.
I put anything Nat King Cole because Nat King Cole is my man. Oh my goodness, I love Nat King Cole so much. Holy crap, Nat King Cole. Best. I could just get a bunch of Nat King Cole CDs or records and just put them on and have that be the only thing I listen to for the whole month.
Honestly, those
and
same.
honestly, I would be fine. I don't need to hear anything else.
That and also anything Michael Bublé and anything Leslie Odom Jr.
Oh my gosh, yeah, same.
If you don't know
He
who
did
Leslie
amazing.
Odom Jr. is, he played A and B in the Hamilton.
In the original cast.
Yeah, in the original cast, not the new cast.
Yeah. But yeah,
Which-
anything.
Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Miguel. I forget his last name,
Yeah.
but he plays Hamilton up in Chicago. And he is literally the best person alive in
Yeah.
any time because he's so sweet and so kind.
Yeah.
If just a quick shout out to him, go follow him on Instagram because he's just the sweetest man.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd appreciate. He's been through a lot this year, so
Yeah.
he would very much appreciate all the love
He's
you guys
always-
could give him.
He's always doing the charity. He's always doing something with
Yeah.
people with disabilities.
Yeah, and I love that. But yeah, anything Nat King Cole, because I can't stress that enough. I love Nat King Cole. Anything Bing Crosby, and literally anything Josh Groban. I love Josh Groban. That's why I didn't put I put one Josh Groban song.
That's why you like
he
the
sings.
Polar Express so much?
Yes. Honestly, yeah. But yeah, that's why I only I like his version of Oh Holy Night the best. Yeah, that's I just gave up with trying to list all of his because it's I just like all of it.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't list a lot of these is because it's I like all of them. There's not a song that any of those three artists I just list. There's not a Christmas song that they've done that I didn't like. So I like all of their
that. And
stuff.
also, I know you won't agree with me, but I also really like Lady Antebellum's Christmas album.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not my favorite, but
Yeah, Lady Antebellum is a country. I guess they're kind of turning into pop a little bit.
Yeah.
Honest. But I went to go see them whenever they first started because I went here to Troy, and so ever since then I've just fallen in love no matter what they do.
yeah. Yeah, I really also love O Come Emmanuel. That's also one of my favorites. God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen is one of my favorites.
Mhm.
But yeah, I love Christmas music. I think is the best way to get into the season because everyone has access to it. To the movies, not everyone will have access to it. To the stories, if you have internet, a lot of these stories you can just look up and there will be a link to a PDF.
That, or if you can just go to a local library.
Yeah, local library. Usually library cards either don't cost anything or they usually cost $1, and they're usually lifetime. You don't have to renew them.
Yeah.
I know the Columbus and Central Ohio library system has switched from needing to renew your cards every couple of years to lifetime. Your card lasts your entire life.
I need to find my library card so we can go to
It's
mine.
probably no longer working. I can tell you that. If you haven't used it in a couple years,
Yeah.
you're probably just gonna have to get a new one.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a new one.
But yeah, I think Christmas music is the best because most people, anywhere you go, I really like how your town square here in Troy, they have I don't know where the speakers are, but they have intercom speakers.
Yeah,
they
they have them on a light post.
Oh, that's where they have them.
Mhm.
That's really clever. I can't see them at all.
Exactly.
It's really smart. But yeah, I really
They just turn on Troy radio.
Yeah, I really like how it's just playing Christmas music almost constantly.
Mhm.
Usually not too late into the night, but yeah, during the day and stuff. If you go just for a walk or for a ride, just roll down your window and you can just hear Christmas music or any music at all. And most people, if you have a car, then you can turn the radio on, or if you just have a radio in general. If you go into any store, they're probably gonna be playing Christmas music. So Christmas music, I think, is the best way to get into the season. Get hyped for it, I guess,
Yeah.
is because it's everywhere. You don't need to pay for it.
Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, this area is a perfect time just to celebrate whatever you celebrate.
Yeah, celebrate, even if you're not religious at all. Just celebrate loving and caring about everyone and the people that you do love and care about, and just spreading joy and kindness. And
Which next week, no, not next week, but the week of Christmas.
yeah, the 26th we're gonna do a Christmas and just in general winter holiday. We're gonna cover all of the holidays in this
Like
month.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa,
Kwanzaa.
Christmas, New Year's, possibly.
Possibly New Year's. I'm gonna try and focus it more on Christmas. We'll probably do a New Year's podcast
Okay.
just after the New Year,
That
sometime
also-
in January.
There's something special coming on Christmas Day for all you lovelies out there,
Yeah.
which I'm not going to give away what it is, but it was supposed to go up earlier this year, but I thought I deleted it, so
You
there's
can-
a Christmas
yeah.
gift for all you lovelies.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, I have all Yahoo Answers for you.
Oh,
Don't read it.
okay.
I wanna
won't.
read it.
I can't see anything right now.
And what? Take off your glasses.
Then I won't be able to. I literally can't see anything if I take my glasses.
Yeah.
I need to get new glasses.
I love. It doesn't say who it's from, so I'm just gonna say anonymous. If you actually wrote this, just leave it down in the comments below. If you actually did,
When was it posted?
I don't know. Over 9 years ago.
Oh, holy crap.
So, the question is, I love hearing what other people do on Christmas. So, what are your Christmas traditions? I go to my grandparents' house at Christmas Eve, eat dinner, open gifts from aunts and uncles, eat pie, play hide and go seek. Then we go home, watch Christmas movies, and sleep on my parents' bedroom floor. Wake up to see what Santa brought us, open gifts from parents. Other side of family comes over to my house and we eat breakfast and open gifts. Go back to my grandparents' house that we went to on Christmas
Holy
Eve
crap.
and eat lunch and play football with great aunts and uncles,
This
second
person
cousins,
is just going
etc.
everywhere.
So, what do you do on Christmas/Christmas Eve?
Actually, well, on let's discuss Christmas Eve, because we're actually, the next podcast that's going to come out in 2 weeks, we're going to be discussing that whole topic of our Christmas traditions.
So let's touch on it.
Just a little bit.
Just a
I
little
would
bit.
say like what we do before Christmas and on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And on the podcast that comes out the day after Christmas, we'll just talk about our traditions on Christmas.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
So yeah, what do you usually? I already kind of discussed what I do throughout the month before Christmas. Is I watch try to watch a single Christmas movie every single day. I turn the radio on in my house to whatever station is just playing constant Christmas music, and I turn it on blast and just listen to Christmas music all day. I usually bake cookies at some point. I'll probably do that this weekend.
Yeah. Which I love your cookies.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Gwen made the cookies for the To the Pie episode
Yeah.
last month.
Yes, last
Yeah.
month. Wow, it doesn't feel like that long ago, but I guess it was last month.
It was the cookie decorating episode.
Yeah. So yeah, I usually try to make Christmas sugar cookies with my family. Probably isn't gonna happen this year though.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your Christmas Eve and on Christmas Eve I already said like I like to stay up.
For December month, what I would like to do, I'm gonna specify because it covers all of the month.
Mhm.
My Christmas traditions, for as long as I can remember, we always listen to, well, me specifically, I always listen to Christmas music, no matter what day. Like, it can start December 1st, and I'll just straight up listen to Christmas music all the time.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I'll switch it over to regular music because you can get to a certain point.
And if you're tired and you're trying to drive, you should probably not have sweet like
Careless
Silent Night.
Whispers.
You shouldn't probably have like Silent Night unless it's like a hard rock version like playing.
Like my,
'cause you're
my
not-
Chemical Romance version
Yeah.
of All I Want for Christmas. That's my least favorite Christmas song. I know I'm gonna get
Is
a lot
what?
of is All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey.
That is. You want to know something kind of freaky?
What?
Every single year, that is the first Christmas song I hear. It has gotten to the point where it is scary, and I'm starting to believe in the Matrix. Because the first year it happened, it was like, oh, I love this song. And then the next year, it happened again, and it was like, that's kind of funny. This happened last year. And then the third year in a row, it was like, what the heck is going on? Why is this always the first song? Fourth year in a row? Like, this has happened for like the past 5 or 6 years. The first Christmas song I hear of the season.
See, man, that's my goal for next year is not to play that song faced around you.
I'm gonna hear it first.
Well,
You can't stop it from happening.
I'm going
And
to stop it
it's
from
not
happening.
just because I'm turning it on.
Because
It's because I'll turn on the radio.
I can be like Keanu
it'll
Reeves
be
and just like
playing.
switch it.
But if it starts playing, I've heard it. It's scary.
I'm gonna make sure to plug my phone in.
No, here's the thing. You started playing your music this year, and that was the first Christmas song that came on. And I started freaking out in the car, and you, like, were just trying to drive, and I'm, like, internally, like, freaking out, like, oh my gosh, it happened again. It's not just my radio at my home. It's not just... It's happening every single year.
Can I go back
Mariah Carey will not leave me alone, guys. I think I need to buy her album or, like, start a seance to, like, I don't know.
Make her stop.
Make her stop. Hey, Mariah Carey, can you please stop? I mean, I love the song. It's like my favorite, one of my favorite Christmas songs. I don't
It's
think
becoming like a
listed it.
stereotypical Christmas song now.
Yeah, it's become stereotypical, which I don't like, but it is my favorite.
Yeah.
What is freaky about it is the fact that it's the first song I hear every single year. Because you start playing Christmas music in, like, October, like, November.
No,
You started playing it right after Halloween. Literally, like, November 1st, you started playing Christmas music.
and
Yeah, it was, like, late October, early November.
anyways, so back
But that
to
was the first song I heard.
no,
It was
back
freaky.
to my December traditions. So I play Christmas music. I try to do what you do and watch the Christmas music just about every day,
Yeah.
and like just do something Christmassy every single day. And ever since I was little, for as long as I can remember, probably around high school, we specifically always go to a place called Clifton Mill. It's over by Yellow Springs, Ohio, where they turn this old mill into they put this old mill and put up a ton of Christmas lights.
They even do light shows every, like, what is it, every couple of hours?
Yeah, every hour, every couple hours they do it.
Yeah.
So that's a nice time if you just want to get out of the house and like celebrate like Christmas stuff. Is just go to Clifton Mill.
Don't go in the Santa Claus building. It's terrifying.
Do go into the Santa Claus building.
It's just filled with Santa Claus dolls. Some of them are, like, human sized, and it's not just new dolls too, or like statues. It's like really old ones too. It's terrifying.
But you can get like hot chocolate and just sit on the balcony and just like watch the Christmas show. Or, like,
Bring a vengeful spirit from one of those Santa dolls home. You know, it's a great time.
yeah, it is actually a really wonderful time. But yeah, no, if you have nothing to do this Christmas, any Christmas, just go into Clifton Mill. If you're around the Ohio area, or if you're in Ohio, just go out there and like have a wonderful time. And the second thing that I always do is go to Caroline Park down in Dayton. They do stuff like, they have a museum there talking about the history of Dayton and stuff like that. They also put on like what it would be like back in the Revolutionary times.
Yeah.
Like kind of like a Renaissance festival, but Revolution
Yeah.
style. But during Christmas time, they take one of the giant bell towers that they have there, and they string it to be a giant Christmas tree.
Yeah, they do that thing where they put they start all the lights at the very top and they pull them down like at an angle so it looks like a giant Christmas tree. It's really cool.
And the bells always play Christmas music. They chime Christmas songs. So, but yeah, besides that, flashing forward to Christmas Eve. Again, I want to keep this really nice and short. We always just drive around and look at Christmas lights, and then we go back home, go to bed, and then wake up the next morning. We sometimes open up gifts on Christmas Eve, and sometimes we wait until Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And then we all have like a big dinner, lunch, just all chill out.
I forgot to mention my Christmas Eve thing. Every once in a while, like, I don't think we did last year, but my mom usually tries to have us read the story of Jesus' birth on Christmas Eve before we go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Around dinner time. I really like that. We either do it on Christmas Eve or like during dinner on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
She also did the thing where we would light a candle and read like a Bible verse every day of the month. So we did that one year and that was a lot of fun.
My family doesn't do that.
Yeah.
But I want to try that.
Yeah, I want to do that next year. Is do the candle lighting and Bible verse reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, but then sometimes on Christmas Day, back when my grandparents were still alive, we would always go to their house because, like, on my mom's side, where we'd just all have like a big family dinner.
Yeah.
And just hang out. But yeah, that happened like only a few times.
Yeah.
We would go. Yeah. What about you? What do you do?
I've already kind of talked about mine. Just watching Christmas movies, listening to music, decorating the tree. I usually set it up by myself. My family is usually really busy. Like, my sister she graduated from college not this past spring, but spring 2018. And so before then, every Christmas, like, I was the one who decorated the tree and set it up because everyone was always so busy, and my sister wouldn't be able to, like, be home to do it.
See, that's me constantly. I think that's why my parents haven't put up the tree yet.
It's because they're waiting for you to just do it.
Yeah, because I was waiting for me to do it. Then also we have new cats at the house. So
yeah, so you don't know how they'll react to it.
Yeah. Well, they're older, so.
Still.
Yeah.
Don't want them eating the plastic tree leaf thingies. Pine needles.
Then
Plastic
also,
pine needles.
like tearing down any ornaments that they might
Yeah,
have.
you don't want to risk it.
But
yeah, I usually set up the Christmas tree by myself, decorate by myself. This year my sister is helping decorate and all that.
which we already got your family gifts.
Yeah, we already got. I just need to get a couple more gifts for my family and friends, and
Yeah, all I need to get is I don't need
yeah,
to get
you don't
any more
really need to
gifts.
get that many. We gotta
No?
we do a. Oh, that's a thing, a tradition. Every Thanksgiving, my extended family on my mom's side gets together. So my aunts and uncles and cousins,
That's
we all
right.
get together, and we haven't combined the quote unquote kids with the adults yet because like all of us are like almost all of us are old enough to drink at this point. There's only one of us,
Jesus.
the cousins. Yeah, the's only one of the cousins that
The first
has
thing
like
that comes to
another year to
mind?
go. Well, I was just trying to think age-wise. Like we're all like well into adulthood. We're not like close to teenhood at all. Like we're quite a few years out of that. So,
Put a brandy in a shoe then. Jesus.
it's a Bailey's, but
Bailey's, yep.
yeah, but we still have it separated so that my aunts and uncles and parents
That's right, brandy's
they
a fine
all
girl.
stop. They all write their names on, like, my aunt usually makes a list. It's either my aunt or my mom usually makes a list with everyone's names on it.
Does she normally check it twice?
Yes, we do actually have to check it twice. And then we cut them up like fold them in half and put them in either a hat or a bowl or whatever. And then each person is supposed to take a name. So like my parents, if they're like doing it, they are supposed to take a name and they cannot get their spouse or themselves. They have to get one of like their siblings or their sibling-in-laws. And then for the cousins, you're not allowed to get your sibling or yourself.
Yes.
Because there was one year where everyone got their own sibling. And it was the most boring year. Or like a majority of us got our own sibling. And it was a really boring year. And that's when we were like, yeah, we should go back to the rule of like, you can't get your sibling. You obviously can't get yourself. And then what we do is when we get together it's usually not on Christmas. It's usually like the weekend before or after Christmas. But when we get together then, well, basically we usually make a group chat or something with our wish lists of what we want in them, around $20 to $25 worth.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't want people spending too much or too little. But yeah, so we usually like go and get gifts for whoever we pick the name for, and then that next time we get together for our Christmas get together, we exchange gifts. And it's really fun. It's a nice little Christmas
Which I'm part of it
tradition.
this year.
Yeah, you're part of it this year. They asked if you wanted to be part of it, and you're like, yeah, sure, why not?
Sure. So that's pretty much all the time we have.
Yeah.
So I met you, a little office joy is like staring right at me.
Same. It's like at the perfect angle where he's looking at both of us. It's making me very uncomfortable. I'm like expecting him to move.
Same.
I don't think he's turned on, so he shouldn't
No,
move.
he's not. The controller's in the next room, so.
Well, he can be turned on without the controller, but
Yeah, I know he can. It was just creepy.
But yeah, it's creepy.
But that's all the time we have for this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, high five button with your thumb.
Leave a comment down below.
Don't forget the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to ring the bell.
Ding.
Stay notified for whenever we upload. And then also just to have some jingle bells, even if you just have to turn on the notifications for us, I guess. Do you like that
Yeah,
little Christmas reference?
I like the little
Thank
Christmas
you.
reference.
Then also, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, no matter what you do, love and respect yourself, also love and respect others. And also, always remember that you can do whatever you want, no matter what it is, no matter what you are. So, happy holidays to all. And, again, if you're listening to this at night or whatever, and have a good night. So,
Next time.
yeah, next time we're gonna cast. Bye.
Bye.